Hello students, it's Mrs. Moon here. Today we're going to do a quick tutorial about the order of operations. So if you're in 7th grade math, you should have learned about the order of operations quite some time ago, but we're going to review the steps today. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally is a way to help us remember the steps of the order of operations. Now, there are 6 words in our acrostic. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. However, there's really just 4 steps in the order of operations. So let's talk about that. The first step is parentheses. That means we're going to simplify what is in parentheses first. Our second step is exponents. We know that these are the powers that are really small numbers raised up in the corner beside of a number. Exponents are what we evaluate second. Third, we deal with all multiplication and division, and we work from left to right across the problem. So if we have division before multiplication in a problem, it's okay to divide before you multiply as long as you're working from left to right across the problem. Fourth, we are going to add or subtract, again, from left to right. And I'm not sure if this is mirroring or how, but I think you know which is left and which is right. So we're going to add or subtract from left to right across the problem. So I've got just a few examples that I'm going to work with you. Actually, 4 problems. Our directions here are to simplify the expressions. So let's take a look at the first problem here on a whiteboard. Let's go through our steps. Do we have any parentheses? No. Do we see any exponents? No. Do we have multiplication or division? Yes, we do. So we're going to find that. And this is the first multiplication that we see in the problem, and we're going to evaluate 9 times 3, which is 27. Bring down the rest of the problem. Last step is add and subtract from left to right. So 6 plus 27 is 33. So this simplifies to equal 33. Let's take a look at a second example. Our second example will be 4 plus 3 plus 7 squared. Here it is. Okay, first step, are there any parentheses? Nope, don't see any parentheses. Step 2, do we have any exponents? Yes, this time there is an exponent. We're going to simplify 7 to the second power. And we know that means 7 times itself 2 times, right? So 7 times 7 evaluates to be 49. Bring the rest of the problem down. And our third step is multiply and divide from left to right. Well, in this problem, we don't have any multiplication or division. So we move on to the last step. Add and subtract from left to right. So 4 plus 3 adds to be 7. And 7 plus 49 adds to be 56? Give you time to think. Yes, it is 56. Okay, so there's our second example. And let's take a look at 2 more. So for our third example, let's do 8 plus parentheses 4 minus 2 times 2 close parentheses. Okay, what does this simplify to equal? Well, again, following our order of operations, we begin with parentheses. So let's look at the parentheses. Now, when we start in parentheses and we see more than one operation inside the parentheses, you have to follow the order of operations inside the parentheses. So looking inside, are there parentheses inside the parentheses? No. Are there exponents inside the parentheses? No. Is there multiplication or division inside the parentheses? Yes. So we actually have to multiply 2 times 2 to begin. So our first step is really going to be multiplying 2 times 2. So 8 plus 4 minus 2 times 2 is 4, close parentheses. Now I'm still not finished with the parentheses portion, so I'm going to subtract. 4 minus 4 is 0. So my parentheses evaluates to equal 0, and 8 plus nothing is 8. So our final answer here is 8. We're going to take a look at one more example, and hopefully this is just a nice review for you on things that you already know. So let's take a look at the fourth problem. We've got 3 squared plus parentheses 35 minus 15 close parentheses times 2. Okay, according to the order of operations, we're going to begin with our parentheses here. We need to subtract 35 minus 15. Let's think. 35 minus 10 would be 25, and 5 more would be 20. So we've got 3 squared plus 20 times 2. Okay? Now, that was the first step, was parentheses. Now, I really don't need them if everything is simplified inside the parentheses. Second step, exponents. I do have an exponent. 3 squared is 9. Okay, so I simplified that. Third step, multiply and divide from left to right. Do I have multiplication or division? Yes, we have multiplication here. So we're going to multiply 20 times 2, which is 40. And last, we add or subtract from left to right. So 9 plus 40 is 49. So our final answer here is 49. I hope that this tutorial helps you remember the order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents. Multiply and divide from left to right. Add and subtract from left to right. Good luck and see you soon.